Hey everybody, welcome back to Turnkey. Red's going up my hand. Hey everybody, thanks for coming back to Turnkey Projects. Put the bleh. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Turnkey Projects. Place for guys like us. Love to hear those three little words. Needs some work. So, guys, appreciate you coming back. And as you're watching the video, you may notice I'm wearing different clothes. Mainly because I had a lot of camera issues, sound issues. I'm working through a few things on these cameras. I'm still learning. So bear with me, guys. In this video, I'm going over straightening the frame, or at least trying to straighten the frame where the wishbone comes down, where the radiator's wrapped around, so I can get the new radiator in, get the I'm not even sure what you call it, a little subframe, I guess. It comes down on the passenger side, on the right side of the bike, and it's an unbolt. So when you take the motor out, it makes it easier to get out. In the car world, we call that a subframe. So I'm just going to stick with that. So if you hear, if my terminology is off a little bit, guys, I'm sorry. Like I said, be easy on me. This is my first bike. I'm in a learning experience, so you guys are along for the ride as well. So maybe a source of information, maybe a source of comedy. Either way, mission accomplished. So guys, that's what it's all about. You got to have a little bit of fun in this life before you go out. So I'm gonna get back into it. I'm gonna try to get a voiceover on some of the content, but most of it's just gonna be me working on the bike. I'll stop and explain a few times what I'm doing. Some of the audio cuts back in and it's real bad. Some of it cuts in and it's good. I don't know if I'm having card issues or I'm doing something wrong with the cameras or what. So hopefully this one comes out right and I don't have to record it. So, and I'm also going to start recording ones for the next, because hopefully we're on our final leg on this journey down the rabbit hole. Hopefully we're going to start climbing back out of it here, and start seeing some daylight again. So we've taken a lot of twists and turns with her. So Vicky does live. She may be hurt and she may be a little disfigured, but she still lives. Enough talk. Let's get to the video. Once again, guys, I appreciate you coming along for the journey. Thanks again. Many thanks. This was recorded on Memorial Day, so I'm gonna actually say, I'll post Happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all the families of soldiers and lives that have been lost. They died for our freedom. They died for a good cause. Don't let today's society tell you any different. My family holds two flags. My brother was killed in action in the Navy, and my father retired from U.S. government service after 28 years. So my family takes it every day. Every day is Memorial Day for us. So we think Dad, we think of my brother constantly. And in a small part, I think my dad and my brother are looking down on Vicky and me with a little bit of sense of pride. Hopefully, maybe a laugh or two along the way. A couple, you idiot. That's it. I don't know if Dad would say that, but I know my brother sure would, and I think my other brother can back me up on that. So. But guys, thanks again, and we'll see you soon. God bless.
Alright guys, what I'm going to be talking about here is I'm going to be taking some of the frame. I picked up a Porta Power which is basically a hydraulic ram from Harbor Freight. And I'm going to be taking this frame right in here and putting in between the sections of frame. I'm going to have to take the air cleaner out. I'm going to have to take the radiator out. I end up having to take the exhaust off. So follow along. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to push that frame apart to make room for that radiator since it's wrapped around the engine. So there's not much technicality into this, so just sit back, relax. I may jump in from time to time to explain a little bit more detail what I'm doing. So sit back and enjoy. Thanks. This is basically where I'm just going to be I'm showing you where I'm going to be trying to put the hydraulic ram for the port of power, right in between the main frame where the swing arm is right here, and going up toward the wishbone right up here. So basically you can see in right where the radiator's wrapped around the engine. I'm trying to bring that forward. I'm going to take a couple times, push it, let it relax, push it, relax. And I think I'm just explaining here that I may have to take the exhaust off, which I end up having to do. The frame down here on the bottom is bent where the foot peg is pushed up. This part right here, where you see the numbers, is removable. So that way when you take the motor out, you can get it out around the frame. I'm going to end up doing this off camera just so it's not the correct way to do it. So I'm not trying to lead anyone down the wrong path to something illegal. So guys, do it the right way. Don't do it like I do. Guys, this is just the kit that I used. I picked it up from Harbor Freight. Not sponsored by this. I did pay for it out of my own pocket. You know, if you guys have seen some of my other videos, I like to give an honest review so you don't waste your money on it. It's a pretty good kit. I think I paid $139 for it with a 20% off coupon. It's got several different sizes of the rods in there. You can attach them together to make different sizes. different attachment ends. So it's a pretty good little kit, you know, for what I need to do it with. I don't do a lot of heavy duty. I've got the smallest kit. They do make 4, I think a 6 and an 8 ton. And here I'm just showing the different fittings and how it goes together. So, thanks guys.
Well, life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Life has nearly killed me, and my mind has put me on the edge. Though I can barely crawl, I've got to walk where these angels' feet are tread.
Don't mind me here. I'm just excited I'm finally getting to use a pair of hose pliers for what they're made for, to actually take off radiator hoses. Right now what I'm basically doing is I've got to take the radiator off just to get to the exhaust bolt on the front. The frame is bent back so far that I can't get my socket or a wrench in there, so I'm going to have to take the old radiator out, which I've got to do anyway, and to get to the bolt to get the exhaust out, to try getting a better angle with the porta power to push the frame forward a little bit more. But as you'll see, the radiator is pretty bent around, and the fan was it was locked up and not even move.
I got to lay down here and rest before I can take another step down that lonesome road where the darkness nearly drowned me. The sunlight burned my eyes. This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down here and rest where I can take another step.
Sorry for the bad camera work coming up, guys, but I just want to show you the areas where the small piece of subframe is bent, the mounting points, and where I'm going to be trying to bend it back at.
The darkness nearly drowned me. The sunlight burned my eyes. This valley is much too deep, and this mountain so very high. I gotta lay down here and rest where I can take another step down this lonesome road. Well, my cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, long, long way to go. My cup is nearly empty. I got such a long, 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 long way to go.
hopefully this is working. If not, I'm going to be a little bit pissed off. What we've got, going ahead, I've gotten the little subframe piece here straightened out. I had to put the port of power in there just to get it kind of mounted back up. Switch this over so I can see what's going on here. And I'm in the process of getting everything tightened back up, mounted up, and we're going to see how everything looks and feels after we've got that back together. So let's get back at it. Let's get these tight and these tight. I've already got these down tight, and this bolt down here tight. Halfway out. So I guess I could pick up some new hardware while I'm gone. Let me take this out.
I wonder if you'd stay, if you knew the things I've kept away. I wonder what you'll do. Would you charge me with your hate? You never really knew just how terribly he needed you. You were nowhere to be found. I was falling fast into the ground. Have I lost? Have I lost you? Have I lost? Have I lost you? I hurt myself that night. There was no one there to end the fight. Remember what I did. He was no one really, just a kid. Have I lost? Have I lost you?
Alright, here basically the radiator's not wanting to go on. The frame's still bent enough that it's not wanting to fit, and I think I ended up explaining that at another point. I'll end up making something to just mount it until I can get another frame. I think I ended up using 3/4 square tube. I cut some small sections and just plugged them back in there to mount it solid. So right there, I'm just letting the radiator hang by the hoses. It didn't hurt it. The radiator's small enough, so it didn't do any damage.
Okay guys, I'm gonna go ahead and take
dying slowly just today.
Have I lost? Have I lost you? Have I lost? Have I lost you? Have I lost? Have I lost you?
Don't mind my nonsense babble. Not finding tools, not finding parts, trying to figure all this out. I'll make you a little mad. I'm not talking to you upset. Oh, that's not what I wanted to see. Okay guys, I'm actually going to bring you back here. And show you a little something here. Oh, fuck. I don't know why I didn't think I was. Alright guys, this is your backbone. When you take your tank off, this is what you're going to see. It looks, I don't know how well you can see this, but right around here there's a bend in it. So this bike, it really isn't. I wish I'd taken that tank off a long time ago and seen that. This bike really isn't going to be very good for regular riding. So I think what's going to happen is at the end of this season, I'm actually going to just go ahead and part it out. I think that's a part of the reason that all this isn't lining up back up here. I mean, it seems to ride out fine, but it's just always seen, you know, just everything's not straightening out the way it should, and that's the reason. So, guys, I'm gonna sit back and think about this for a bit. Alright guys, looks like we're getting kind of wrapped up for the day. Didn't get as far as what I wanted to today, but I'm kind of happy with the progress we made, even with all the setbacks that we've come across. Being from the tank isn't fitting right because of the backbone is bent. The frame is still a little bit off, so it means we can't get the frame straight all the way and the radiator mounted correctly. But I mean, that's going to have to be. But let's go ahead and give you a look at how she's looking. I think it's looking fairly decent. I'm no painter by trade, so judge me easy on that, guys. The paint could be better, and it is what it is. So they say. So take a look. Let me flip you around here, and see how we've come. I'm going to put in a couple small clips or pictures of what it used to look like before, and so we can get an idea of how far we've come. So we've got sand colored tank. I kind of wanted to go with a military type theme, but the olive drab green had really been kind of used along with the star. The old circle and the star. So I thought this would be kind of cool. Harley guys, don't judge me too harshly for having an eagle on a Japanese bike. And this right here, it's not just on there for Memorial Day, because in my family, every day is Memorial Day. I still have to get the license plate and rear turn signals put on. I still have to wire up the rear brake light. Tell you what, let me get this thing in, guys. Hold on. Alright. Now, where were we? I had to get it inside because it's starting to pour down rain out there. But I still have the covers. I've got to get finished painting. This cover right here, and the one on the other side. I've got to put the cover back on the master cylinder for the rear. Somehow have to get the radiator mounted permanently, but the footrest right here, just riding it around the yard here, feels much better. I'm not going to have any problem hitting the brake on there. We still have to get in and reroute all our wiring and hand controls in here. We still have to put headlight and turn signals on. I've got those, but I'm going to have to modify a bracket for the headlight. Because I've actually gone from a 2006 front fork to a 1997 front fork for a 1500. So they're a little bit different as far as their configuration and the turn signals and headlight bracket, but we've got a few little additions here. We've got that on the rear fender. Hopefully the plate won't hide that. And there's another look at the Eagle. And don't mind all this. I'm gonna have to re-sand it and re-clear it. So this tank will be coming back off again in the very near future. But for right now, so I can get it on and move it around the yard without having to push it, anything's a plus. So it looks like I'm gonna have to move some of these wires up and out of the way so they're not hitting the exhaust. Part of my brake light, so I'll have to get a zip tie on that. But guys, comment what you think about Vicky, how she's coming along. Are we going in the right direction, or are we wasting money? I'm this far deep, so I might as well get at least a season out of it. I may start looking for either a replacement bike or like a replacement frame to put this motor and fuel injection in. I'll have to do a little bit of research and find out how difficult it would be to put it in an older frame. Because I've found a couple parts bikes with bad motors, or if I find one with a bad motor. Right about the time I bought Vicky here, there was another one up on auction that was a theft or recovery and was missing a lot of stuff on it, but it had the solid frame, forks. It was missing half the engine, the tank was missing, the fenders were missing. And I'm still kicking myself to this day for not picking it up, because that would have had a clear title and all that, and I wouldn't have had all the frame issues. But hindsight's 20/20, so they say. We only got to look forward. So comment what you think, guys. I'm going to try to get this video posted in the next day or two. Once again, happy Memorial Day. Thank you to all that serve. Even though today's not your day, I still want to say a great thanks from one Army guy to the rest of the military family. Thank you for all the families who have lost someone, and thank you for all the fallen soldiers who are looking over us right now. Thank you for the freedoms that you've given us. Although a lot of people have forgotten all about it, there's still a lot of us that honor you guys. So I want to thank you, thank the families. You're always in our prayers. And once again, guys, thanks again. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Any comments you have, go ahead and make them. Good, bad, just keep it clean is all I ask, as always. And until next time, guys, don't forget those 3 little words that every guy likes to hear. Needs some work. Guys, take care. Don't go too far down the rabbit hole. See you next time. God bless.
Yeah.